What if the feeling of being healthy is actually a mask? Most of us wait for pain to tell us something is wrong. But for the modern world's biggest killers, pain is the finish line, not the start. There is a silent decade happening inside millions of people right now. A 10-year window where your organs are struggling to survive while you feel completely normal. By the time you feel the first symptom, the damage is already done. Today, I'm showing you how to spot the whispers of this silent decade and how to reverse the clock before the pain starts. Let's look at the first warning sign. 1. The prologue. Most people believe illness begins the moment pain appears. But for the biggest killers of the modern world, pain is not the beginning. It's the end of a long, quiet process. By the time symptoms arrive, damage has often been accumulating for years. What feels sudden is usually anything but. Even subtle lifestyle choices today can dictate how this silent process unfolds over the next decade. There is a silent decade, a 10-year window where blood vessels, the liver, and the brain are slowly damaged while the body compensates so well that everything feels normal. You wake up, go to work, and live your life without alarms. The body adapts, reroutes, and sacrifices long-term health to preserve short-term function. That compensation is not healing, it's survival. Most people don't realize the years are slipping by until major damage is done. 2. The ticking clock. The invisible clock is ticking inside millions who believe they are healthy. We've been trained to react to symptoms rather than anticipate them, but true health is built years before a crisis appears. When you track the signals that matter, you see through the illusion of feeling fine. It starts subtly. An afternoon crash or a bit of belly fat, often dismissed as aging. Inside, every processed carb forces insulin to move sugar into your cells. Over time, those cells resist, forcing your body to pump out even more insulin to maintain control. This silent struggle triggers widespread inflammation long before a standard blood test shows a problem. 3. The insulin hammer. This rising insulin doesn't just manage blood sugar, it reshapes the body. Chronically high insulin locks fat into storage and keeps the system inflamed. Arteries thicken, energy drops, and fat loss becomes nearly impossible. Long before diabetes is diagnosed, metabolism has been struggling quietly for thousands of days. Even small improvements in diet now can reverse years of unseen stress. Insulin is like a key used too often in a worn lock. Eventually, the lock jams and the body starts forcing the door. Skin tags, darkened skin around the neck, and stubborn belly fat are often early warning signs. The real danger isn't sugar alone. It's the constant inflammatory state insulin creates throughout every major organ. Ignoring these signs today makes intervention much harder tomorrow. 4. The silent pressure. Pressure inside the arteries can rise without a single sensation. Like a garden hose under constant strain, blood vessels weaken from the inside long before the numbers look alarming. Early lifestyle changes are the only way to prevent decades of this hidden vascular injury. To repair this damage, your body patches cracks with cholesterol and calcium, creating plaque that narrows the path. Your heart responds by growing thicker and stiffer to force blood through. What looks like strength is actually a heart struggling to compensate under extreme stress. Because this process is painless, it quietly wears down the brain's delicate vessels, increasing future dementia risk. Even mildly elevated readings can pop the fragile filters in your kidneys. Don't wait for a formal diagnosis. By then, the silent cascade of damage is already well underway. 5. The fatty filter. While pressure builds in the arteries, the liver suffers in silence. Driven now by sugar and inactivity rather than just alcohol, excess calories force the liver to store fat inside its own tissue, crowding out healthy cells and disrupting vital metabolism. Because the liver has no pain receptors, damage progresses unnoticed. It can be heavily infiltrated with fat long before your energy or blood labs change. By the time liver enzymes rise, healthy tissue is often already being replaced by permanent scar tissue. Early detection is simple. A firm, protruding abdomen is often a sign of internal congestion rather than just surface fat. Checking your waist circumference reveals this risk long before a standard blood test will. A fatty liver triples your risk of heart disease and stroke, even if your cholesterol looks normal. However, a proactive shift in diet and movement can halt this accumulation and heal the liver before the damage becomes permanent. 6. The window of opportunity. The encouraging truth is that this silent decade is a window of opportunity. Because the damage is gradual, it is often reversible when addressed early. Your body is remarkably resilient. The key is simply detecting the imbalance before it hardens into disease. Looking deeper than basic labs makes the difference. Markers like fasting insulin and ApoB reveal risks years before standard glucose or cholesterol tests catch them. Even your waist-to-height ratio offers a clear window into organ stress that standard checkups often miss. Movement becomes your primary medicine. Even a daily walk acts as a pressure release valve for your blood sugar and arteries. By tracking your blood pressure at home, you transform the body's quiet whispers into measurable, actionable patterns. Data gives your body a voice long before symptoms force your attention. Small, consistent interventions, like resistance work or basic stretching, compound into dramatic improvements, transforming hidden risks into long-term resilience. 7. The future self. Daily habits shape your future. Simple shifts like eating fiber first or prioritizing sleep act as a nightly repair crew, building a hidden fortress of health over time. When you track trends instead of chasing perfection, knowledge replaces fear and anxiety turns into clarity. Your body is always communicating. It starts by whispering. Pain is the final alarm, not the first message. Treat these early signals as invitations to act while change is still easy. Every small adjustment today compounds into long-term vitality. The goal isn't just reaching old age, it's arriving there with your strength and clarity intact. Don't wait for a diagnosis to justify self-care. Your health is an asset no lab report can fully define. Start with one invisible habit today. Watch your health transform. Knowing your future self will thank you for what you changed right now. If this video opened your eyes to the silent decade, please hit the like button. It helps this message reach others who need the wake-up call. Whether it's tracking your blood pressure or adding fiber to your next meal, your future self will benefit more than you realize from the changes you make right now. If this video gave you a new perspective on your health, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. We're on a mission to help you master your biology before a crisis happens.